So today I've been working on the heater box. It's now assembled and ready to go in. So there's a new seal on the inlet into the fan. There's a new seal on the firewall connection of the heater box to the firewall. New air control cable. I've put a upgraded heater core in there with new seals on the box. Bit disappointed I can't disconnect the motor from the heater box because there's a temperature control gizmo inside and that's soldered in, so it's quite difficult to get that out. So at some point I will take this out again and have another go at it, but for now this is the way it's going to be. The clips have all been plated by my friend in Maddington, so there are 5 of those. Got one spare one done just in case. So connects the heater box to the windscreen vents are these plastic pipes. So there is also a multitude of parts and connections that can come out of these heater boxes with the various models. So I've got a variety of them and 2 new ones of these. So what I've done with this is, if this was an internal thread, I've cut it at the root of the thread to give it the biggest diameter so that you can get the connections inside. So these will fit inside now, which is, if you have it on the smaller diameter, these are quite difficult to get in. So that's the way I do it. I cut it to the outside diameter, the biggest diameter I can. There's 2 new clips here that hold the pipes to the firewall. And those 2 clips screw onto this, which is a panel that sits behind the radio console. And as you can see, it's pretty munted, so it's done its dash since 1978. So I've got a new piece of MDF now, and I've cut the template out, and I've got leftover vinyl from the dashboard, so I've recovered that now and just waiting for that to go off. And then I can fold it all over. I've been cutting it to make sure that I get all the bits right, so they don't cross over each other. So that's that done. And then when I've done this, I can put this in, and then I can attach the clips to hold the pipe. So it's just, you've got to do one thing before you can do another. Put the manifold on now for my 45 DCOE carburetor, which has arrived last week. So yep, and as you would expect, the throttle cable inlet is on the opposite side that what you want it, seeing as it's coming from over here. Now you've got to go this way. So anyway, and then yeah, this is the advancing retard, and this is the brake servo. New brake servo valve, because the other one was knackered, and yeah, the brakes were pretty poor when I drove it from the owners to here. So the engine's had nothing really done to it. It's got a new camshaft because the lobes had gone on the old one. It's got an unleaded head, a new unleaded head, and I'm pretty disappointed with the paint finish on this, so I'll be doing a bit of touch up on this before it gets installed. So I painted the block. And yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with this, but it's an unleaded head. Got my electronic distributor in there, oil filter, and this is the oil seal that I lost last week, so that'll be here this week, and then I can put that in, and then I can put that back together again. And then the gearbox is here, cleaned and ready to go in. And I'm going to use a roller bearing, thrust bearing, and not the normal carbon. So I've cleaned the flywheel up, it's ready to go. And then in here's the clutch, and this is the roller thrust bearing. So they're normally carbon, but this is a roller bearing one, so we'll see how that goes. Just a little bit organ beck clutch, and the clean flywheel ready to go. All the bolts. So yeah, that's the progress for today. And yeah, looking forward to getting the engine and the gearbox joined together again.